I had the great honor to attend the first viewing of the brand new Garfield movie in my local theater, and I can't wait to gush about this movie, so let's dive right in. After some pretty aggressive Garfield marketing, which included a cursed popcorn bucket that lets you eat from Garfield's head, making you look like a cat zombie, and a bizarre partnership with a chair company to create this monstrosity, I finally had the honor to sit down for 1 hour and 41 minutes of greatness. And in my humble opinion, yeah, was pretty good. It is definitely a very fun movie, which has some sluggish points though. The animated movie is about Garfield, who gets pushed into having to perform a milk heist with his estranged dad. And they have to work together through their hatred. The backstory behind Garfield and his dad were really cool. And as a proud cat owner myself, it really resonated with me. The movie is built on top of these guys' relationship, and I think it works rather well. At certain points it really tugs on your heartstrings, but it is still in the end always funny and not too depressing. It is a kids movie after all, so we have to keep that in mind. The comedy here was also pretty good. Although, as previously mentioned, aimed at children, I still find myself chuckling a lot. And the kids around me were laughing a lot, so I feel like the job was done well. And even if you can't resonate with the humor, there is still a very cute and pleasant emotional plot here, with the father and son relationship that you can dig your teeth in. Moving on to the animation, it was done outstandingly. It is very bright, colorful and lively, which is certainly a thing that I enjoy. The characters are really pleasant to look at, and you can really tell that the animation team took their time to make sure that these look good. And even better than the characters was the food. I hereby give you very important advice. Do not go to this movie on an empty stomach. Because this movie's delicious looking food, I paid 18 euros for a nice plate of lasagna. The voice acting was by far the worst part of this movie. Chris Pratt as Garfield was just playing the Chris Pratt voice. Which is fine if you like Chris Pratt, but I don't like Chris Pratt.
I apologize in advance. The eating you're about to see will not be pretty. And if you have young children, this would be a good time for them to leave the room.
The supporting cast was mostly fine, but I really did not like the iteration of John. But that might be because of the anchored perspective that I have from reviewing the old Garfield movies last week. Luckily he is not in the movie that much though. Another big negative is the pacing. This is the point where I normally whine about the movie being too slow, because my brain has been rotted by Instagram Reels and TikTok and can't handle anything without Subway Surfers or Family Guy clips. But no, this time the movie went way too quickly. The movie moves like the writers have snorted some crack cocaine. The movie rushes very fast and takes a lot of unnecessary sidetracks, which I feel can just be cut for a more comprehensible movie. I also want to mention that the plot is very similar to Chicken Run 2, which I funnily enough also reviewed a while ago. Please also watch that movie after you've seen the Garfield movie. The resemblance is absolutely uncanny. Well, tally all those previous points up and you get a pretty good and not very offensive kids movie. I certainly have to say that I enjoyed it. Now please forgive me as I retract into my bed and eat a plate of lasagna, waiting for the next Garfield movie that will inevitably come in the next 3 years.